going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. If you are watching this, chances are you are a fitness coach, but you've been pretty burnt out. Maybe you're a little bit stressed lately because you have so much in-person training going on. You have a lot of early mornings, you have a lot of late nights, maybe you have some client cancellations, especially like the morning of. You set your alarm, then you get that text, hey, I can't make it. You set your agenda around the whole day, and then these in-person clients, they bail or they reschedule, or you're sitting in traffic, maybe even dozing behind the wheel in the red lights. I get it. I was there. I was so happy. This is a picture. I Snapchatted all my friends after I got a campus job at my college campus, Springfield College in Massachusetts. And I was so happy. I got NASM certified and I was so ready to work in the gym. I was pumped. And then I just didn't really love it because first of all, I was just counting my client reps. They weren't really seeing the best results because we know, right, nutrition, what's going on the rest of their week is key to progress. And then also, I was getting checks for $11 each week. I'm like, yeah, let me just go get a Snicker bars and pray I hit my macros with it. No, I'm kidding. But it's it was bad. And, maybe you're an in-person trainer and you're like, well, I get paid a lot more than that, right? And there's even trainers that charge $500, $1,000, $1,500 for a 60-minute session, right? But the thing is, either way, your time is your most valuable asset. And we only have 24 hours. And if you want to grow your business, there's only one you, right? But online, there's unlimited potential. And listen, I get it. Maybe you heard some other gurus and this and that, and you've seen all the fucking ads. And I understand, because I've been doing coaching for 6 years. I went through all that stuff, right? And maybe you tried some other things. You tried posting on social media. I understand. We're going to sift through all that BS, all that misinformation. And what I'm going to do in this video is condense 6 years into a short video, right? And I'm just going to give you the step-by-step process. I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm going to give you the scripts, the methods, the techniques to get your next 5 clients, right? And really, I can just show you a track record, right? In the beginning, I didn't know what I was doing. This is 1 month. We made $594, which is obviously not good at all. All right. The past year, we did over $200,000. And these are some months that we are doing 25K. 24K. We have a full team now that helps with client delivery. I have virtual assistants, 27K. These are payments that are coming in, right? Higher ticket payments, right? And I want to make this transition with you because in terms of getting more freedom for your schedule and then also making more impact, we both know online is the move, but I want to give you the straight path. I want to show you exactly what to do. So let's deep dive. Let's deep dive together into a proven process to get your next 5 clients. And listen, you don't have to post on social media like crazy every single day, all the time. And I'm not going to say to run ads. And please, this is just going to show me who's serious because I'm going to be getting into detail. I'm going to get into the nitty gritty, the money-making fucking stuff you need to do to actually succeed. There's a reason why the online space, everybody's doing it, but really only 1% is making really good 6-figure money is because they're paying attention to the small details. I'm going to show you in this video. So if you're not serious, this, I'm just going to be honest, I love you, but this may not be for you. But if you're serious about changing more lives online and you really want to make an impact and also for you, your family, and you want to inject some cash into your bank account so you could have more freedom and you're not strapped for time, listen up. I'm going to give you all the goodies. All right, let's get into it. I'm excited. Let's do it. So first is your mindset. If you're an in-person trainer and you're maybe burning out, yes, you're burning out, but you're staying in person maybe because that's what's comfortable for you. That's what's familiar, okay? But, how much you're worth and what you're getting paid is just probably not equal. I can guarantee you're worth a lot more than you're probably getting paid. Either by a gym, or if you're a private trainer, you do your own sessions, you charge a good amount, you could be charging more online, I promise, with less work. So, just kind of know that, because we have to work on your mindset first, and we have to break your limiting beliefs, the beliefs of an in-person trainer. All right, and how we could actually get online to make sure you're not exhausted throughout your days right? And you're actually feeling good. Because if you're burned out, you're spinning your wheels, right? And like you're making 5 to 15K right now, then it's not even really worth it. And if you're making 10 to 15K right now, that means you're grinding your face off in person. And a lot of you might not even be close to that. And that's okay, because we want to change all of that right now. All right. So we need to make sure that we work on rewiring your mindset. That having an online program, first of all, it's more beneficial because it's a holistic approach with step-by-step workouts around your client's busy schedule, nutrition as well. Instead of a couple times a week, you get 24/7 accountability, stuff like that. Your clients will get results. All right, your clients don't need you holding their hand, counting their reps. They're adults. They know what to do, right? So I invite you into the mindset that online coaching is the future. They will get better results, your clients, and you're going to make more money and have more impact and have more freedom in your schedule as a result. So first, before we get into the tactics, you have to realize, like, you have to be all in on this online game. Like, stop holding yourself back. You are the only person holding yourself back, right? And now once we get out of that, you need the right strategy. That's why I want to help. All right, so let's master your mindset first. I hope this is kind of getting you going. All right, so now let's talk about your offer. Let's say you're super ready. All right, sorry about this small font, by the way. I hope you could see it. By the way, take some screenshots. I want you to use this. I want you to see freaking results. All right, now, this is exactly what you can do in terms of, like, okay, let's say you're really ready for this online, you're ready to get going online and, change lives, make some money. Now, what do you actually deliver? How you can package a program that goes, for example, like, let's just say minimum $1,500 for 6 months working with you is 3 main pillars: workouts, you can see right here, nutrition, and accountability. All right. I would highly recommend finding an app or a software for workouts, workout demonstrations, all that. I use ABC Trainerize. All right, it used to be called Trainerize. Now I think it's ABC Trainerize. It's super beneficial. People give it shit. I love it. All right, maybe they're like Linus is, I think, another one, but they take 30%, so I don't know about that. You probably know what I'm talking about. Just what I'm saying is, don't use a PDF. Don't use a Google Sheet. We're not going to be charging $50 a month. No. Minimum $250 a month for your service for online coaching. All right. And I want you to charge in bulk 6 months so you could get paid up front. All right. So I'm going to show you kind of what we do just to give you some ideas, right? So with workouts, we lay everything, and I'm not going to like go much into detail, but they have their fitness calendar, all their workouts, they're all laid out for their goals. Just for you to get ideas for your own program. Like, we change things 4 to 6 weeks, depending on their progress. We adjust workout plans based on travel, hotel gyms, Airbnb. Like, we're on top of them in terms of their workouts, making sure they're consistent. That comes with the accountability, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Also with nutrition, I prescribe them macros. You could see like the calories as well. I give them a different like ideas with recipes, nutrition guides, but we go off calories and macros. I don't give my clients a meal 1, have this, meal 2. You might need to. I work with busy guys with really busy schedules. So we work off macros, right? You don't have to copy what I do. I'm just giving you some ideas. So we do macros, and then also we have them tracking their food, and I can see in real time what they're freaking having. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, it's super helpful for our guys. We do have some ladies in there as well. It's super helpful because it gives them that accountability, like, dang, Danny and his team, they're going to be looking at my breakfast today. They're going to be checking if I did my workout. They're going to be checking if the scale's going down. Like, we're on top of it. Okay, so for you to charge, good money for your online service, you have to care. All right, so that's workouts, nutrition, and then the most important thing. Did I put the accountability? Yes, down here on the bottom, if you see accountability. Right, I didn't put any pictures, but just to describe it, this is the biggest thing, and this is why we charge. I don't know if I mentioned, but it's $3,200 for 6 months with working with us. That's $533 a month. That's with our fitness program. All right, so we work with like committed individuals, and guys, I'm not working with millionaires. One of my clients, on God, one of my clients is couch surfing right now. He's homeless. He's living with his friends. He has awesome friends. And he goes to meet his macros. He goes to the food shelter to get food. And he pays me $533 per month. So stop thinking, oh, clients aren't going to pay me $350. No, they just don't see the value in you yet. That's why I want to help, okay? So, workouts, nutrition, accountability. We give them live messaging. We have a Facebook group where it's engaging. I give away prizes for challenges. We have coaching calls in there. So I have clients that I pay monthly that actually do some like jobs for the business. So there's like a little compensation there. They do some calls in there. And then also I host like office hours each week where it's like support calls where clients just could book in. It's 15 minutes if they need some questions, help. Not a lot of people even book in because when you charge more, you don't get needy clients. That's what I found out. It's a blessing. And so even needy clients is not that bad, but we all know as coaches, like, all right, we want to work with like the committed individuals. We get 8 hours of sleep. It helps. And so accountability, again, just care. So that's kind of getting into the offer. Again, copy and paste this stuff. Like take advantage. All right. Now we have your offer. All right. And you know who you're working with in terms of like, you know, your fitness, obviously, in terms of who you're focusing on with your niche. You might have heard this before, like, do I have to target a certain amount of people? The thing is, since this is going online, might be a little bit more newer for you, you could just focus on general goals at first, just like weight loss, fat loss, muscle building, right? And then once you have a good amount of clients where you can really see, all right, I love working with just moms. I love working with guys 20 to 30, right? You can start general and then narrow down. But all the principles I'm telling you are just going to help with like your general, power base. And we're going to talk about what that means. Like the people that know you and they already like you, they trust you. We're going to start there in terms of making sure we provide the right help to your audience. I'm getting ahead. I digress. Okay, let's get into sales. The biggest thing, one of my mentors taught me that helped me become extremely just, knowledgeable about all this stuff is the best coach doesn't get the most clients. The best marketer gets the most clients, right? So your marketing and sales is key. I'm going to go through everything you need. It's almost going to be like, why did Danny even just do this? Because I want to help you out. I want to see you succeed. And I just hope you get value from this. All right. So first, let's start with the mindset. Sales, okay, is not sleazy. Sales is service. When someone isn't interested in your plan, right, it's your duty to get them enrolled. So having the right DM process and scripting, and then phone scripts. I say phone, but you want to hop on Zoom. All right. It's essential for getting clients. I'm going to go over everything. So this is just a DM script example. It's all about the context, right? But let's just say someone followed you. All right. This is exactly like you can copy and paste this. I'm okay. I'm not going to sue you or go ahead. This took me like 6 to 7 years to formulate. I'm just going to quickly, briefly go over this because this is exactly what the guidelines you want to use, right? So, hey name, appreciate the follow. Just curious, were you just here for the content or are you looking to get in shape this year, all right? And so you want to split up. These are two different messages. So we could kind of already see, hey, you here for the content or you're just looking to get in shape, like nonchalant, all right? Transition to a conversation, right? You want to acknowledge and then ask about you working towards any fitness goals right now. And then you want to uncover the pain. Right, so then solid goal, definitely achievable with the right plan, right? What makes you want to do this though? What makes you want to lose that belly fat? Is this for looks? Is this for just looks or something else? Like uncover the motivation, uncover the problem. So I say for sure, bro, girl. Like if you're talking to a guy, for sure, bro. If it's girl to girl or whatever, you'd be like, totally get that, girl. Yeah, for sure. I get what you're saying. You want to validate. Anyways, what do you think has been holding you back from doing X, right? Getting to their goal. All right, they're going to say something, amplify it. So when you say that, what do you mean exactly? Right, I give you some examples. What specifically are you struggling with in your, right, whatever they said? How long have you been struggling with that for? You have some different options. Amplify the problem. Then we want to transition to the call. All right, for sure, I get that, right? That's something I see a lot of people struggle with. Would you want some help with this? So we're really just positioning in a way throughout this conversation, like, hey, we have the goodies. Do you want our help? Like, we do this. We change lives. Like, would you be open to maybe if we change your life? That's like subconsciously what we're trying to say here. Like, so would you want some help with this? You have a couple different options you could go for with the script. Again, pause it, screenshot it, write this down. This is the sauce, okay? Then we get into a call. A couple things. I recommend Calendly for booking calls. You can manually book calls. Either way, this script will work. Call proposal, right? Awesome. I usually run a few one-on-one calls with members of my audience each week to see where I can help. We could go over a couple things. I'm booked out for today, but available on these days. You want to give them a couple options, right? Or you can use this line. It's similar, right? And then you could either manually book them in on a time, right? And then you could just be like, hey, I booked this in on my Google Calendar. Did you get that? I sent you an email. Maybe you could ask for their email. That's why manually locking it in, you have to like pick a time. If you just want to go off their word, you could, but I'll say this. If you want to kind of get a little bit more advanced, you can get a Calendly, right? And I do this because it sends automatic text reminders. So your show up rate, your rate of clients that show up to the call is higher because they get email reminders, they get text reminders. But in the beginning, if you just want to manually mark it in, maybe if you want to ask for their email, put it on a Google Calendar, send them the email. Hey, did you get that email? Perfect, you did. Looking forward to tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern. Have a great night. Get ready for the call. Okay? So, hope that makes sense. Or you could use the calendar, right? I really like this. Cool, here it is, right? So, perfect. Could I send them my calendar? They say yes. Cool, here it is. You send it over. About to head to the gym in 5 minutes. Are you able to book that in quickly? So I can send over a few things to help prep for the call, right? It just, because a lot of people sometimes they might put it off, they might forget. So we want to really put some urgency there, all right? Now that's the DM script. I hope that makes sense. All right, now we're going to get into the actual call. It should be on Zoom. You want to do a Zoom call here. All right, key rules: dress well, good lighting, no effing messy bedrooms. If you are pitching a program $1,500 plus and your bed is not made, what are you doing? All right? Like, this is where I do my calls. There's like a little, this is like a little light. I didn't want to turn it on because it kind of looks like a lightsaber and I don't know, a little weird. But fake plant, like, honestly, I could probably do better here, but I'm not in front of my bedroom where, you know, shit might be everywhere and clothes are like look presentable. All right. So people judge. I know. I wish I could be in bed, maybe making this video even. No, I'd rather prefer this. Anyway, be ready. Be ready for this. All right. Be ready for the call. This is exactly what you're going to do. Start with the discovery phase. This is exactly what I say. So I'll wait right here. You could take a screenshot. All right. I'm not going to go over literally everything right now, but you could kind of see where it goes into, right? What's your current situation? What's the motivation to book in for the call? What are the goals, right? What have you been doing the past month? Main struggle. So go through this thing in order, in specific order, because if you're watching this, why I do this in specific order, it gets the prospect, the lead that's on the call to see this is where they're at right now. They've been doing all these things in the past that haven't worked. This is where they want to get to. And like, what do you think is going to get them in between? Like, my program is the vehicle that's going to get them to their goal. So the discovery phase is mapped out in a specific way to make a huge gap in your prospect's life, and you are going to fill that gap with your program. Ask these questions in order, okay? All that stuff. Now, this is a good transition. A lot of people kind of want that segue into the offer. So I would say something like this. You go over the discovery. Listen, I appreciate you, Danny. I appreciate everything that you shared. So listen, since you've been struggling with really like losing that weight, and you could see here, the parenthesis is the wrong way, but enter their main struggle. So since you've been really struggling with like the diet and your schedule is really busy, and the thing is, like you told me, you know, you just got diagnosed with diabetes and right, you're low on energy, but you do want to accomplish losing the 25 pounds so you could feel good for that wedding that's coming up in April. Like, I definitely think I can help point you in the right direction. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go over the program to make sure it's a good fit with you. Is that okay? So it's like, hey, let's fucking do this. All right, I'm not, after the discovery phase, I'm not like, oh, okay, let me just share my screen. We're getting into the program. Like, hey, have a nice transition, okay? Disclaimer, you can see on the bottom, this is not a presentation that you're going to go over. All right, when it comes to your offer, your program, like, this is a dialogue. You want to make sure that literally, like, what you're going over with the program, it always ties back to their goals, right? And it always ties back to kind of what they're struggling, their goals, and you want to be checking in, making sure, hey, does this make sense? Hey, is this clear? Okay, so that's what the offer really entails. All right, so now you're hearing me say offer. Offer is just simply what you're offering to the prospect, the lead, right? So this is exactly, when I say offer sheet, it's literally just like a Google document, or like I have a Google document. You can make it on a Canva or Microsoft presentation, Google presentation. It's basically just, if you heard of like a sales deck, right? It's something similar to that, where you're just presenting your program in a specific way. And I'm going to show you exactly for fitness, right, how to present it in the best way where you can charge the most and it makes the most sense for the prospect to be like, wow, this should be expensive. All right, so first, this is exactly kind of what we do. I'm going to just give you some ideas. And for me, simply, I just have a Google document, right? First is the name of your program. Think of something sexy. All right, like mine is I put the example, lean muscle and weight loss transformation, right? So it's like something that will stand out, but also help you solve your ideal client's pain, right? Then put a brief description of what the main outcome of the program provides, right? We're going to help you lose stubborn body fat and build muscle so you could finally feel confident in your body and comfortable in every single outfit that you wear, right? And then show how the coaching structure works and show them pictures of like, hey, remember when you said you were struggling with your, busy schedule? Well, listen, Susan, I'm going to make everything for you step by step with the workouts. And you can see here, right, like everything is laid out for you to lose that belly fat, lose that mom pouch you've kind of, been struggling with that you told me about earlier. It's all laid out. Does that make sense? Do you guys see how it's not? So you're going to get workouts. Here's everything. No, it's like, hey, remember when you said this? Well, here's the solution. Remember when you said you were struggling with that? Oh, well, we take care of that here. All right, you know what I mean? So, okay. Next thing, show the process and break it down into different phases. So, all right, I hope that all makes sense so far. Now, I want to get into the process. I want to get into the runway of exactly how this is going to work for you. Phase 1 is onboarding. We're going to get you all set up, get you going with the program, get you in momentum. Phase 2 is building foundations. Phase 3 is fat loss, and so on. All right. Then show some bonuses on top of their one-on-one program. All right. Listen, Susan, on top of the one-on-one plan where we're literally going to give you everything in terms of accountability, workouts, nutrition, also you're going to get unlimited program adjustments. So every time you visit Fiji with your husband every summer, right, like I don't want you to just fall off and feel like trash on the beach, right? Let's stay consistent. We're going to make sure your program is adjusted so wherever you are in the world, you could stay toned up, skinny, feeling good. Does that make sense? And then you go through the bonuses, have about like 5 to 6. Then you show some client results. All right, and listen, Susan, just for some inspiration, I want to show you these clients right here that followed the same process. Right, Susan, hey, you're not an alien, are you? Like, you could joke around with them a little bit. No, of course not. So, listen, all these ladies follow the same process as you. Look at Joanne, lost 20 pounds. You could see the midsection, like, show them. They're going to be like, damn, wow, love it. All right, last thing, let's really tie the bow to make them, if they would be stupid to say no. You want a results-based guarantee. You should have this if you're really that confident in your coaching. And it's really like a win-win, because even if you have to coach them, you'll kind of get into when I say coach them for free at the end. Like you'll kind of see what I mean by that. But even if you do, it's a learning lesson. So this is what I mean by coach them for free, all that stuff, right? Our guarantee, if I'm on the call with Susan and they were coming to the end, all right, of the offer sheet, I'm going to be like, listen, if you sign up with us, I just want to let you know, Susan, we do have a guarantee, a results-based guarantee. So here's what that looks like, right? If you enroll, we get this going. If you are showing up throughout the program and you do everything that we say to do, and you still don't have a more desirable lifestyle or hit the goals that we talked about, you get fully refunded. Plus, if we work together for like 3 to 6 months and nothing happens, we just wasted your time. We're going to pay you $500 for wasting your time. And we're going to coach you for free until we get to the results that you signed up for. All right, because I have so much conviction in what we do. And listen, Susan, that's contingent on if you show up and nothing happens, because I know if you show up and you put in the work, like, we're going to get results. I just say this to make sure there's no risk on your end. Does that make sense? And then they're like, yeah, that's amazing. Okay. And it's no risk for them, right? So you're not coaching them for free. Obviously, they're going to pay you, but you have to fucking back it up and coach them and go hard and like care about them. All right? Because if they don't get results and they're pissed, then you have to refund them. All right? You have to coach them for free and pay them $500. No one wants that. I've never had to do it, but it's so helpful for them to be like, okay, like I can move forward with this now. And it puts pressure on you to show up, so it's good. All right, from there, it's like, okay, that all makes sense. You want them to commit, right? Ask them on a scale of 1 to 10. Hey, how do you feel about everything? If they feel good, you can get to the investment. Not gonna lie, that whole process, I can make like another 40-minute video on. I'm not even kidding. Maybe I eventually down the road make another resource on that. But we're not gonna get into it right now. If you're watching this, fitness coach, all right, right now, let's just get your core offer down, and that's what we went into. The scripting, the offer. My God, if I had this when I started, wow. Okay, now this is key. Creating an irresistible free resource for your power base. All right, now you're thinking free resource. Wait, I don't get it. I just made this whole program and like all that. Listen, we want to give your audience something so valuable for free so they can know, like, and trust you even more than all these other coaches. Everyone and their mother and their dog is a fitness coach all of a sudden, right? So how can you be the best? All right, so give them something for free. After we send the free resource, our goal is not to just be like, peace out, never talk to you again. We want to get them on the call for the paid program. All right, an irresistible free resource can be like a 14-day free workout and diet plan. That's something I've done, right? Very valuable. An ebook with the 10 laws of fat loss going into depth, maybe some videos of there on there of you. Or a recipe book with 15 delicious step-by-step recipes. Maybe you have the MyFitnessPal barcode in there, right? Something valuable. Now, in this little section, I actually took from Alex Hormozi, so I don't wanna copy him without giving him credit, right? Couple things. First, he said it best in his book. He said, you want your free stuff to be better than your competitors' paid stuff. So your competition, what they charge for, your free stuff should be better. It kind of brings your free value to like a different level. You start thinking of it like whoa, I gotta like up my free resource game. That's why I hope for you, this in itself, like honestly, this is something I could charge probably $1,000 for. Because if you listen to this and you implement, you're gonna make $1,000 is one fucking client from this whole process. Come on, like this shit works. So all your free stuff has to be really good. It has to be really, really, really good. Okay? Now, once you have the free stuff, we want to really reach out to your power base because they know, like, and trust you most. This is closest friends, just general friends, family, old high school, college, roommates, whatever, relatives. This can be people that are like a ride or die in your social media, like since day one. They really, really just they like you. They like your energy. They know you. All right. And now we're not just going to push them into anything. Like we want to actually serve. Remember, sales is service and we're not selling anything. We're actually giving away something for free. This is how it's going to work. It's great. I did also get this from Alex as well. It's very helpful. So this is the ACA method. This is what you say. Let's say your cousin John, you haven't talked in a while, and John's been packing on the fucking pounds because he's killing the beers. And you guys are kind of close, and they're like, hey, like what I do can actually help John. All right, so this is what you're going to do. You're going to reach out with a genuine message about something relevant in their life if you can. Hey, saw you had a baby, congrats. All right. How's the baby doing? How are you? Right. And I don't know, John probably didn't have a baby. Maybe this is probably towards Susan again. But it doesn't even fucking matter. All right. So like, hey, saw you had a baby. congrats. You're like, how's the baby doing? How are you? Hey, saw you went to San Diego the other day, like last week with the family. How was that? I'm thinking about going next spring. Right? Genuine. And then when they reply, act like a human and use the ACA method. A, acknowledge what they said in your own words because it shows you're listening, right? 3 kids and a lawyer, right? So you kind of like acknowledge all this stuff, right? And that's the first part of the message, right? And then you acknowledge what they're doing, they're busy. And then you want to compliment them. That's the C. Compliment them on whatever they said and then tie it down to a positive character trait. Right, so 3 kids and a lawyer, and then wow, so hardworking, managing full-time career and 3 kids, right? And then ask another question. That's the A, last part. Try to lead the conversation to a topic closer to your offer, to your free, what we're going to give away for free value. All right, your free resource. Examples, like how do you find time to stay active throughout the day? Right, so that message would be like, 3 kids and a lawyer? Wow, so hardworking. Managing a full-time career, Susan, 3 kids, right? How do you stay active throughout the day, right? And so then, like usually I'm scrolling down here, 3 to 4 exchanges through messaging is like normal, that's good. And then you could come up with the offer with the free resource. This is what you're going to say, okay? By the way, this is key. Do you know anybody, right, who is, describe the struggles, if you kind of know their struggles, describe them. Looking to dream outcome, right? Whatever the free resource you made, like whatever it solves, okay? In desired time. So not too long. 90 days, 100 days, 120 days. Like give them a time frame to be like, okay, I could actually do that, right? I made a free, enter name of your resource, and I'm looking for some feedback. Does anyone come to mind? This is beautiful for 2 reasons. First of all, we're not even freaking asking them. We're asking if they know somebody. We're not asking for shit. Hey, Susan, do you know anyone? Right? And then also, we're offering something for free. We're not like, do you know anyone that would pay for my program? No, like, do you know anyone that would have this amazing free resource? Okay, so it's brilliant. All right. Now, we're hoping they say maybe some other people, they start a group chat. Hey, I know this person, whatever. But probably they're going to say, hey, me, I fucking want it. Right? They're going to say themselves. Okay? And even if you know these people, you still use the same DM messaging process we talked about before. That is still advised. All right. Since you know these people maybe a little bit more personally, you can water down the script a bit, but you want to use the same guidelines. We use the script for one reason. It actually works. It works. Okay. So now if they say, yes, me, great. Message 1. Message 2, send a link to the resource. Message 3, what specific fitness goals are you working towards at the moment? Bam! Bam! You're in the script, right? And then just go from there. You could scroll above, right? You could go, I'm not going to go to the different page, but you scroll all the way before in the video, right? And then you could take that script. The next part would be the uncovering of the motivation and pain, and you could keep going from there to the call. Like, I've shown the numbers with the past year and, the clients we were able to help and all that's like, we use this. It works. It really does. Okay. So hope that makes sense. All right. Now let's keep going here if we maybe can. Awesome. Okay. Now we're going to get into content. Now, a lot of you think when it comes to online coaching, you think of content first. I purposely put it last. Like, you don't even have to really focus on the content until you have all that other stuff nailed down. And when it comes to content, when all that other stuff in the video is nailed down, you don't have to post a bunch of videos and all the YouTube and all this. Me personally, I love being a creator. I enjoy posting. You may see me post a lot. But listen, you don't have to, you maybe heard some mentors and these gurus post 3 times a day on your feed and 1,000,000 times a day on your story. No, right? If you're selling at a good price and you copy everything we said before, that's the key, right? We're going to focus on some certain content pillars that, yes, will add more fuel to your fire, but content for you, it's not going to be stressful. It's not going to be a burden. It's not going to be a problem. You get analysis paralysis sometimes because you don't have the right structure. So I'm going to give you the best 4 pillars for content to get more clients online. First is value. Value posts are purposely meant for your ideal avatar, your ideal client, to overcome, right, their biggest struggles. It's going to help your eventual clients see you as an authority online. All right, this is an example, right? If you're making a video, if you're a busy mom that just had a child within 1 year ago, here are 5 workouts to get rid of the mom pouch, to get rid of the belly fat, right? That's very specific. Notice how I did not say, here are 5 tips to lose weight, because then you sound like everybody else. You have to get specific with who you're working with. And I know we talked about earlier, my alarm's coming up, I have a call soon. I know we talked about earlier, like, you can niche down eventually, you can start general, but then you and we could have a conversation about, maybe who you're thinking about specifically to really work with, right? Those are just some examples. If you're more general right now with your avatar, then yes, you can be like, hey, right, if you want to lose belly fat and you want to build muscle, this is what you can do. You can start there with value videos. Eventually, I would niche down. We talked about that earlier. But value, either way, right? We're talking about value, all right? So that's what you do there. Connection. This is more about your story, right? What makes you different than other coaches is that you're you. Tell how you went through the breakup, how you got into fitness, how you went through that injury. Maybe you had an illness. Talk about it. People want to know that people love a superhero story. You're fit, you're healthy now, but that probably wasn't always you, right? You're maybe mentally good now, maybe wasn't always you. Talk about it. People want to know the more authentic you. All right. Next thing is proof. This is most important. All right. You need to be showcasing client results, transformation pictures, text messages. I put all the ways right here, right? Literally anything you could get your hands on. Muscle building, weight loss graphs, video testimonials, written reviews, client interviews are great, right? And it's like, even if you only have 1 client or you're just starting, you have a couple clients, you can just message them, hey, throughout the week, message me some wins, Susan, how you're feeling and how your workouts felt, all right? And then they send you, hey, coach, I just crushed my workout. I'm feeling amazing. Post that on your story, right? Like, people need to see that there's actually clients of yours that are getting results because it builds FOMO. Because if I see, right, if I'm a busy mom and you work with busy moms, and then Susan is a busy mom that's losing weight and crushing it, I'm like, what's Danny doing over there at the DC Fit thing? He's working with mother interest, and they're gonna keep watching you. And they're going to keep and then you put out that call to action. Hey, I'm looking for 3 women that want to lose weight, whatever it is. Guess who's in? Susan's friend that's been watching you. All right, so let's go. Post the proof. And then last thing is documentation. Show other parts of your life besides just fitness. Okay? Maybe you're a parent, uncle, aunt, sister, brother. Maybe you go out with some friends. Maybe you like to read alone by yourself, right? Like, show more about you outside of fitness. The real, authentic you. This is it. All right. This is the 5-step process that will help you land your next 5 and more committed online fitness clients that are going to pay you $1,500 or more. It's a proven process. It literally took me 6 years to put all of this together in the best way. And yes, this was a longer video. All right, but all the juice, all the sauce is in here. All the goodies are in here for you to really just take off. All right, so I try to condense 6 years in 40 minutes, and I hope you got value. Maybe send this to a coach that needs to see this. Listen, my only ask is that you use this. That's my only ask. And when you do start signing more clients, just message me, let's celebrate. Because I know if you use this, right, and then you get 5 more clients, and then another coach, 5 more clients, and then, I'm going to have more impact myself, right? And you're going to win as well. You're going to have more impact. You're going to make more money. This stuff lights me up. So I appreciate all your time. Thank you. And I hope you have an amazing day. Talk to you soon.